Hello everyone, I'm Mineke, I'm a speed puzzler. I joined the Battle of the YouTube Puzzlers 4. We did this puzzle and we had some rules for it. 19 minutes time limit, and if you didn't finish you could do a piece count. This is the World Championship rules. These are the other puzzlers. All the links are of course in the description. I had to start out by dismantling the puzzle, that's why the first was just an intro. The speed puzzle is available via Speedpuzzle.eu. The speed puzzlers all have their own discount code, so please visit their channel for the correct links. I started out with the sword. I decided to focus on the eyes, on anything red, that's the nose and the mouth, the edges, and I ended up sorting into black and brownish because this puzzle has a lot of the same colors everywhere. It is, however, a puzzle that is exactly symmetrical. So anything you can find on one side of the puzzle will come back on the other side. That does make it easier later on, but for sorting it basically just went, okay, let's decide that this part is gray and this part is brown because the colors were very close. It's a 500 piece puzzle, so I decided to just sort as many different things as I could. You can see the very small stack of green. It took 7 minutes 27 seconds for the sort, which is okay for a 500 piece puzzle for me. And I started out with the eyes. As you can see, I tend to start and do the sort and then start one thing and then immediately get distracted and start doing multiple things at once. In this case, the eyes are so small that it didn't really make sense to just do the eyes and nothing else, so I ended up picking some of the lighter colors around there, and then quickly moved on to the mouth and the nose, just because those are the colors that stand out the most. Of course, doing 25 pieces of red is a lot easier than doing 150 pieces of gray, so that is the most logical way to puzzle this particular puzzle for me. If you watch the others, most of them do the same thing. They end up first doing everything that stands out and then doing, well, background basically. I have to say, I really love the image itself. The geometric shapes are just so crisp. The quality of the pieces and of the image is amazing. Ravensburger always does really great in this kind of stuff. As you can see, I'm going towards the top. At the top of the nose, the eyes have now been connected, and it's basically just filling in. As I said, everything is symmetrical, so it does help. You can see a certain angle of line, and you can say, well, there has to be a corresponding line on the other side, so you can find a matching piece, basically. But it's a fun puzzle to do. This kind of puzzle, there's not a lot of them I've done before. Most of them are either super graphic or photographs, and this kind of very, very abstract picture, but still such a recognizable image is not really something I've done before. I really enjoyed it. Plus, I adore cats, so anything with a cat on it has my vote anytime. It looks like I'm slowing down a bit with the forehead, and it felt like that as well. Oh, you can see my husband walking around. It sort of, I got stuck a little bit. All the browns just are all the same color, and it got hard for me to just keep going. But it's a puzzle, and the more you do, the less you have left. So it always ends up going faster in the end. So while I'm puzzling, I'll tell you a little bit more about why I'm doing this. I've done the last Battle of YouTube Puzzlers puzzle as well. I didn't film that for my channel, but there's pictures on my Instagram. That was a blue car, and they decided then to do a 3.5 version where they did the same puzzle with pairs. I did that with my sister, and I did it with my niece. Since my sister is extremely fast, we actually came in first. So that was amazing. I like challenging myself to do puzzles fast. I'm attending my first World Championship in September 2024, and I'm deep into training for that. So stuff like this, setting myself up to see how I do against others, is just good training. Any image, I've done everything from pictures to a picture of just as drawings of buildings. I've done all sorts of stuff. As long as it's 500 pieces, I'm doing it. I'm also doing bigger stuff just for fun. I recently did a rainbow Clementoni one, which was 1,000 pieces and took me over 8 hours. It's gorgeous, but that was a lot of work. But my target for the worlds is a 500 piece puzzle in under an hour. I'm slowly getting there that it's realistic for me to expect that of myself. You'll see my final time with this one. But for the most part, I can see that my times are going down. I'm getting faster in stuff like sorting. I'm getting faster at actually putting stuff together and filtering out what parts will be easier to start with. So I have more of a tactic instead of just anything that grabs my eye. It's still puzzling, so I'm not going to be winning any prizes, but I like to see if I'm improving, and I really am, and I'm really happy with that. At the same time, I'm also going to enter in the pairs and in the team competition. We've just set up the contact with 2 other people to form a team, which is amazing. And that's really just for fun. I don't have any ambition there, but for the solo, I'd like to see if I can make the finals. That will be fun. Last year, my niece and my sister both went into the finals. My sister ended up getting 10th place. She's so fast. I'm not as fast as her, and I don't have to be. Oh, I'm committing the cardinal sin of putting pieces on top of the puzzle. In this case, it's really not a problem because there's so much color difference between the bright colored middle of the puzzle and the dark colored side pieces. And it's just easier to see what you're doing when the pieces are closer to where you're puzzling. When they're on the side, especially in a portrait puzzle like this, they're a little too far for me, and I don't really like standing up the puzzle. I probably would be faster, but maybe I'm just a little too lazy for that. So it looks like I'm getting there. It's only gray now. As you can see by the remaining pieces, everything now is gray and it all looks the same. But it helps. You can see that I'm trying pieces on both sides. I'm doing one piece and then almost immediately finding the corresponding piece on the other side. As I said, the symmetry really helps in finding what matches. So you can see my hand going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's really funny to watch this back and see what I'm doing and seeing that in my head this was a lot more streamlined. But I'm almost there. I only have the jowls to go. Those were the darkest pieces, so those are almost the same color. And but I'm getting there. I have about, how many do I have left? About 40, I think. Maybe even less. I'm getting there. It's a good thing Ravensburger puzzles are such good quality. You can do these puzzles so many times. I've started shape sorting. I had to. It was just too much of the same shape. Even the symmetry didn't help anymore because the colors were just too close. So there comes a point where shape sorting does make sense. I try to do it as late as possible because shape sorting early just makes it difficult to find different colors. But in this case, I'm glad I did. And you can see I really am getting there a lot faster because I can find them by shape instead of just looking at the color. Almost there. I almost exclusively puzzle with my right hand, by the way. I almost never use my left except when I'm sorting. So I need to work on that, but it's hard. I'm right-handed. Just a few left. 2, 1. Oh, get the tracker ready. Yes, all done. See? Obligatory puzzle rub. You have to. It feels so nice. And my time, you can't see, but here it is. Completed puzzle. And my time of 1 hour, 9 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm happy with that.